is 6:41 in the morning. It's 60.3 degrees on day 160, September 10th. Just left camp over at the group campsite, Stehekin. So many tents, man, so many tents. A really jumbled up mix of like a lot of thru-hikers and a lot of just normies or whatever, I don't know, weekenders, who knows. Check out this view I'm looking at. I don't know if you can really make it out. I don't know if it's coming out for you. That, I'm told, but I haven't confirmed, largest natural lake in Washington. Not sure. I've also heard, but not confirmed, that Stehekin is inaccessible by car. It's only ferries that bring people in, while people and cars in. So I didn't have any luck at all hitching out yesterday, needless to say. But luckily there was that bus at 6:15 that got me here. Pretty much ran into the restaurant and grabbed dinner. Got an order of fish and chips. Pollock was the fish and chips. And an order of poutine, a couple of IPAs. It's pretty great. I was able to charge up a little bit of stuff yesterday. I'm waking up early now later than usual. But waking up now to get some more stuff charging and jump on the internet for a little bit. There's a bus that's going to bring me back up to the trailhead at 8 in the morning. Plan to be on that. And then hike back down from the trailhead. Take care of my laundry and shower. Charge up whatever I haven't been able to charge. And mosey out from here. So I expect it to be a pretty low mileage day. But that's fine. There you go. I guess I'll give you a little mini tour and then get going. So this is the store. I wasn't actually able to make it here before they closed yesterday. It looks like they closed at 8:30 to 6. Apparently a bag of chips in there is $10. 6-pack of beer is $25. So get it, if that gives you any idea. And this is the restaurant. So, this is where we ate yesterday, the whole group of us over at this big table. Pretty standard sort of burgers, that sort of thing. I think that this all connects up. Yep, this is kind of like the lodge. I've heard that rooms here are like $180 a night. Who really knows? I think the post office is just down a little ways, so I'm gonna drop stuff off and get stuff charging. I didn't swing by the post office yesterday, but I'll swing by this morning and see if they got my boxes sitting out for me, hopefully so. Gosh, man. I know the camera won't pick this up, but it's just so beautiful. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.
Today, LA. Yeah, it should be.
Can you even see yourselves? I don't know.
Oh yeah, light's weird.
I think they're in Seattle today. Yeah.
Mostly normies and not hikers. But we're going to the bakery first and then up to the trailhead.
Smith, yeah.
This way.
So we have some time, so I will.
All right, good morning. Here's the line of folks getting back on the big blue bus to go back down to Stehekin. See y'all down there? Let me get you the time. Probably a little after 9, I'm guessing. It is 9:01, perfect. And I'm back at High Bridge for about 10 or 11 miles or so to get back down to Stehekin. Sorry, I feel like I will have explained this itinerary like 6 times in the past 2 days. But yeah, it's definitely a cute, super cute town, Stehekin, if ridiculously expensive. There is a campground sort of back behind the general store, stuff like that. Again, like I said this morning, kind of a mix of like thru-hikers and other folks, normies, if you will, whatever. Yeah, slept there decently comfortably, although there was definitely some loud voices and people talking and hanging out and stuff. blah, 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 whatever. Today, man, that bakery was amazing. I'm not really gonna blabber away. I feel like I've been blabbering away a lot. But yeah, 10 and 11, something like that, to get back to town. There's some kind of like an organic produce shop just on the outskirts as well, right by the bakery. Stop by there. There's some old schoolhouse, which apparently has some cool relief map or something in there. Some cool old like log schoolhouse that we've driven past a couple times. I'll stop there. We'll get some shots from that spot. And then I'll get back to town and crank through some chores. I should note right now, there's a couple hikers, just as a matter of like record, a couple of hikers who just took that bus back up to High Bridge, and they are going to proceed north along the official PCT through the fire closure. I forget how much of this I may have already explained, but originally this PCT fire closure was huge, and it's been shrinking in the past couple days. And now it's down to like only a 5-mile closure or something. Even still, the PCTA's official recommendation is to take the alternate, which I'm planning on taking. My friend Jackpot and Bushwhack, they're in Stehekin. They're staying an extra day in hopes that tomorrow, which is Monday, Forest Service, whoever it is, I'm not sure whose land it is, might all out reopen the PCT. But as much as I'd love to like hang around and cut those miles by taking the official trail, and cut the additional elevation by taking the official trail, seeing as it's just a chance that it's going to reopen, I don't want to press my odds. I don't want to rely on that happening. Fundamentally, I can do what I'm going to do today with 10 or 11 miles back to town, all my chores, and then a few miles out of town. And when I wake up tomorrow, I should be able to be 4 days from Manning, which is kind of what I'm targeting at this point. So I think I'm just going to stay the course. If it reopens, great. If it doesn't reopen, whatever. There are a few hikers who are pushing through irrespective of the closure, which is not something I would advocate doing, but I just won't name those people. I wish them luck. I hope that they don't complicate any of the firefighting efforts more than anything. So anyways, 10 or 11 miles. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. You can see those red dots. I'm not sure what type of fish they are, but they are big. They might be, I don't know. I'm not going to guess, I'll embarrass myself. .07, that is 7 minutes after 5 o'clock in the evening, 78 degrees even. Just leaving the town of Stehekin, and boy, what a great town, what a great stop. I stopped at the bakery on my way back from High Bridge, and there got word. Oh, you know what? Here's the ranger right here. I'll talk to him. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, didn't talk to the ranger. He didn't stop, but that's all right. At the bakery, I got word that there might be a different option to get me to Mazama quicker and far more easily than I had initially planned. But after phone calls with both the Forest Service and the National Park Service, Looks like that option is not a legal option. And as you may know, if you've been following me for a while, I'm a Boy Scout. I like to keep my nose clean, so a not legal option on account of a fire closure. That's not an option I'll take. So it's a little disappointing because I'd love to have just cut that elevation, cut those miles, and done so in an ethically sound manner, but there's no such ethically sound manner available. So I'm leaving Stehekin at a little past 5. I'm going to go not very far, and I haven't heard of another hiker who will be leaving behind me, so I may just wind up sleeping directly upon the trail this evening in not too far a distance, and I'll check in with you when I get there. Very good evening, guys. It is 6:42 and 74.3 degrees. I've made it to home for the night. Not very far from Stehekin whatsoever. I think touch over 3 miles, maybe like 3 1/3. Excuse me, touch over 2 miles, like 2 1/3 miles or something from Stehekin. But check out this amazing view to the west. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm hoping some of that comes out for you. So you have this huge lake that abuts Stehekin, the lake I've been bragging on for the past couple nights, right over here. And then we have Castle Rock, the high point in this frame. And then I think this is Tupshin, something like that. Tupshin Peak, that sort of most prominent peak there in the center between the two trees. Yeah, good spot for sure. Not necessarily the most amazing camp spot of all time. You can see I'm just pitched up a la cowboy style right here. Didn't do huge miles out of Stehekin whatsoever, but frankly my goal was just get out of Stehekin. It is a super beautiful vortex, man. It's got vortex written all over it, and there were a ton of good people there the past couple days. Big Green and Heater were there, Jackpot and Bushwhack were there. Jackpot, who I first met way back at what is it, San Jacinto. So Jackpot and Bushwhack were there. They're kind of hiking partners at this point for sure. And then just a ton of good folks. There was a dude called Stagecoach, who's from not far at all from where I'm from. Hiked the AT like 35 years ago or something like that. Really a cool dude. Great Aussie. I mean, I could go through the whole list. Great Aussie called Milkman. But yeah, just a ton of great folks. And I mean, just a good restaurant. The bakery is amazing. What an amazing little town Stehekin is. I could have stayed there forever, but that's why I needed to get out. I needed to get out. As I've kind of referenced, I'm going to try and put a bow on all this because I feel like there's been a lot of scattered ideas over the past few videos. There's a ton of hikers in and around Stehekin who came in yesterday, came in today, came in the day before, left today, left yesterday, left the day before, are leaving tomorrow, all that sort of thing. There's that big Airplane Lake fire closure, and this is kind of what's screwing a lot of people up, plus the fact that today's Sunday and the post office isn't opening until tomorrow, of course, at 10. I was able to get my packages, by the way. I never put a bow on that, but there were 3 packages waiting for me, to include my long-lost package that I disappeared from Bend. So that was waiting for me in Stehekin. I don't even know what's going on with that. But as was the package that I mailed myself from one place and the package that I mailed myself from another. So I had like, I don't know, 6 or 8 days worth of food, and I think I only have 4 days left on trail. So so that big package that I mailed myself from Bend, I just sent myself home. And then the other 2, honestly, half of my hiker boxed, and the other ones, I'm carrying basically 5 days of snacks, 2.5 dinners, and like enough breakfasts or something to get me all the way through the rest of the trail. So I'll need to buy a few more dinners in Mazama. But yeah, the point is, all these hikers that were chilling in town and are still for the most part chilling in town, some of them have decided to just go ahead and blast on through the fire closure, which is not something I'm prepared to do. Good luck to them. I hope they don't mess up the firefighting operations, and I hope they don't get hurt. But again, that's not a decision I'm going to make. So the fire closure, I'm going to respect it. It looked for a while like that one trail, was it Tipsu or something like that? I forget what in the world it's called. I'll pull it up. But it looked for a little while like that was actually open. Well, what wound up happening is that trail is in part through National Park Service land and is in part through Forest Service land. Forest Service has reopened their whole bunch of that trail, and NPS is not, as they haven't reopened their 4.5 miles. So basically, if NPS were to reopen their 4.5 miles, I could probably save myself like 6,000 feet of elevation and like 30 miles of trail. And it sounds like NPS is working on reopening their section. There are some hikers who are in town who are expecting, because there's a rumor maybe that section is going to reopen tomorrow. I don't know. And frankly, like, as much as that is a huge trap, it just totally feels like a trap. I wasn't going to wait around and hope that something might reopen. I feel like I came to Stehekin. It's TWISP, by the way. TWISP, TWISP. TWISP Pass Trail is the one I'm referencing, out of Fireweed off of the PCT, and then it links up with the rest of the alternate east of Blue Lake. But yeah, I came into Stehekin expecting 2 days to Mazama and then 2 days to Manning. So as much as this TWISP Pass Trail sounds super, super, super enticing, and I wish it were the case that it were open, I'm not going to burn any more time. I just want to keep moving. So frankly, where I'm camping tonight, even though it's only less than 2.5 miles from town, it still puts me ahead of schedule from where I expected to be. So yeah, so that's that. And I'm gonna bunk up tonight. I'm not even gonna eat any food because I ate a lot in town and had a couple of beverages. But yeah, that's all I got. Dude, if today feels like if you've been watching my videos and you're a little like jolted by today's lack of structure, because it's not fitting the usual structure, believe me, the feeling is mutual. Today has been a screwed up, weird day, and I'm sparing you half the details. So I don't even know. It's been a fine day, but just super, super, super mixed up. So if the video reflects that, it is accurate. So that's all I got. I'm gonna bunk up and I'm gonna try and get the heck out of here early in the morning and finish the rest of this climb and get to the foot of the next climb so that I can climb that one the day after tomorrow. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Sorry today was such a mixed up video. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow.